Welcome everyone to the first impression of Ms.Match Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, recently released to the non-VIP section. And Chapter 1 starts as they showed us in the trailer and the description that our main character works for our dad's bar. So basically a bartender, and we're working on Valentine's Day night, and we will be delivering drinks to everyone. But we also have a special talent of bringing people closer who come to the bar, and it's a natural. So we didn't go anywhere to study matchmaking, or we didn't do any specialization on this, but it just comes naturally from working in the bar and seeing so many people, bringing them together. So it's our second nature at this point. And we get to bring two guys together who are eyeing each other. And then we see a stranger described as a sexy stranger walking into the bar, and you can choose your love interest, gender, and race. So after that, you'll get to know them, and they're a matchmaker for a matchmaking company, and they are here to match two people. So the boy and girl, they were not getting well, to be honest, and then our love interest asks us to bring a drink, and when we bring the drink, our love interest says she or he, whoever you choose, they're really professional at this and they know how to handle this, even though we thought that it was getting kind of out of control. So from this very moment, we will see the basic difference between the matchmaking tactics of our love interest and our main character. Our love interest tactic is basically something that is, they don't believe in, the nurtured nature of love. Like, they don't believe love can happen at a natural pace, or it can be like some what we see, like the real definition of love. They think that what we see on the TVs are romance novels. It's just a romance novel thing, but in real life, matchmaking is not something that will happen naturally or will follow all the glimsy definitions and stuff. But you need to put some artificial moments you have to create, and you have to make them fall in love. But our main character's motto, or the tactic for matchmaking, is just the natural pace. Give them time. We get to describe it in a way like love is like a seed. You need to nurture it to grow later in the chapter. So we will see all those things, and this is going to be the plot of the book, this difference between the love interest and the main character. But then we will bring the two couples together who were on their first date. It was not working, but we pair up with our love interest to bring them closer. Then we go out for ice cream with our love interest, and we also see our main character is a workaholic. They work nights, they work evenings, in the mornings. They don't get time for themselves. So we kind of unwind, this is a time for us to unwind with our love interest. And then we can also have a steamy moment with our love interest. And then we'll also be invited as a first date in the next day to the place where our love interest, Jack or Jake, whatever you want to call them, works for. And our love interest discloses to us that they're going to be the CEO, because the current CEO is stepping down. So we get dressed up, we see our dad the next day, we go to this party as our love interest date, we'll impress them, and we'll see Veronica, who is actually the CEO of the company who is stepping down. And then when our love interest will tell Veronica how we helped them with the matchmaking, she will be surprised because Veronica thinks our love interest didn't need help with matchmaking, and they're kind of loner. So they will bring us this really once in a lifetime opportunity. They'll give us this opportunity that they will offer us a job for a matchmaker position. And then in front of the press, she'll announce that she's stepping down. But who is going to be the next CEO, it's not determined yet, but it's up to a competition. So all the best matchmakers will participate in a competition starting from that moment. And that includes our main character, our love interest, and several other matchmakers. So that really put us in the hot seat that we are now competitors of our love interest. But also, our love interest thought that they're going to be the CEO, like as soon as Veronica steps down. But now, after they were senior matchmaker, so it hit them hard that they need to compete against a newbie who hardly has any experience in matchmaking and our main character. So we see some struggle there, that our love interest is getting cocky and the heat is getting to them. And so we exchange some words there, but then we will also meet Maggie, who was someone's assistant, but they're really rude to her. So we will take Maggie under our wings, and she will be our assistant from now. But then in the first challenge on that very night, we will be needing to bring two people. So there will be lots of single people who are all the diamond VIP folks. So we will be needing to bring them together. So our client and our love interest client will fall for each other. In a diamond scene, we'll make sure that, again, the basic tactic of what love is, what matchmaking is, there's a difference between the philosophy that we believe in, our main character believes in, and our love interest believe in. So we will get to do it our way. If you spend diamonds, so you'll get an awesome rooftop view, some alone time with your love interest and what they like. But then, after you're done with this, you will go out. But also you hear your love interest exchanging some words with Veronica that they're not happy how Veronica put her date or their date, that is our main character, into this competition. So we kind of get angry. You go to the bar. In the same bar, our love interest walks in, and then you have a very fight moment. We exchange some words, and they were really hilarious. So I will give the writing department that, as if you choose certain options, the in exchange of heated words, it gets interesting there. But then we will have an amazing time. We'll dine with the love interest in this diamond scene. We'll dance. Then we'll go to her house. Our love interest will walk us to our apartment, or will offer us to walk us to our apartment, and then we'll have some heated conversation. But then suddenly we'll see all the heated conversation led us into the bed, and we ended up having sex. Then we again fight. That a love interest tells us we can't keep this up. If we're going to be fighting against each other, then we again end up having sex twice. So that was a bit funny and a bit ridiculous how that happened. But then finally, a love interest tells us in that company there is a policy that you can't work there and you can date your coworkers. So it's gonna get interesting there. So our love interest leaves finally, and we are kind of angry with our love interest, but also our love interest was the first person that made us feel that way. So all the feelings there. The next day, we go to the work. Also, Maggie will bring us new clothes. You wear that, you impress them. You'll meet Deborah, Maggie's former assistant, who is, of course, very rude. We will see them, and then the elevator will open. Of course, we're not in the elevator with Deborah because she has a very toxic, attitude. But then our love interest will come in and we'll step in the elevator. We're already late, but something interesting will happen in the next chapter because the game is already on. And our love interest gets cocky again, challenges us. But remember, we will also have to keep our distance, and we can't show that we fell for each other because it's forbidden. Dating coworkers forbidden in this place. It's a ridiculous policy, but it's true. If you want to win this, you have to abide by the rules. So there's going to be animosity, there's going to be love, care, what is going to be. The love interest is absolutely head over heel for our main character and vice versa. But the competition is also there. It's gonna get interesting. Let's see what happens. Let me know in the comments below how'd you like the first two chapters of Ms.Match. And I'll see you in the next video. Till then, peace out.